First and foremost, I want to give all honors and glory and praise to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wakakbadash. Double honors to the elders, apostle, great millstone. Peace and blessings, salutations to the Akim, the Akwaf, the brethren, the 144,000 hopefully elect from the four corners that's pushing the truth and business sincerity. Shalom, shalom, brethren, shalom. All right, through the Spirit, I was just meditating. And, in these times that's coming, with this persecution, these, accusations they, putting against the men that's on the highways and byways that's prophesying, about the great return of our Heavenly Father, His Son, Yahweh Shai, all right? And in these times of this persecution, all right, and in these times that we are in, we shouldn't be carnally minded, all right? And I got a precept. This is, a couple precepts in the book of Romans, all right? This is Romans chapter 8 and verse 4. And it reads, it says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, all right? It's talking about, the elect men, the prophets that's on the highways and byways, from the elders, apostles, on down to the elders, for the apostles and the elders on down to the least of us, all right? Because we rehearse the righteous act, all right? So we do the law step, we follow the law statutes commandments to the best of our ability, all right? So that's where it reads. It says Romans 8 and chapter 8 verse 4, it said that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit, all right? We don't walk in, after the flesh, which means it's pertaining to the world. Right, we walk after the Spirit, which, the Spirit, that's all in righteousness, doing the law, statutes, commandment, all right? We have a beard, not cutting our hair, not eating these different abominable foods and other nature, all right? Not following the ways of the so-called white man, which is Esau, Edom, all right? We're not worried about the things of this world, all right? We worry about spiritual things, Verse 5, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, all right? That's talking about the things of this world, being attached to the things of this world, all right? I know we got some Akim out there that have families and children and things in that nature, But you have to understand, when you come to the truth, those things, your house I spoke on, those who forsake house, mother, brother, son, daughter, for your house I sake, they'll, receive that, that crown of life for forsaking those things. Why? Because those things are of the world, all right? That's of the flesh, it's not of the Spirit, all right? It says, but they that are after the Spirit, the things, so like it say, from the top it says, Romans 8, chapter 8, verse 5, for that they are after the flesh, do mind the things of the flesh. But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit, all right, which is these scriptures, all right, that knowledge of wisdom, understanding, coming back into our heritage, coming back into what? The things of old, all right, which is the way we was raised in our past life, if reincarnation do exist, putting these precepts and the law, statutes, commandment back into our remembrance, all right? That's of the Spirit. That's things of the Spirit, all right? Coming back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, praising, all praise and honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Verse 6, it says, for to be carnally minded is death, all right? Because if you walking in the flesh, that means you've been carnally minded, all right? You eating these abominable foods. You doing things that's not of the Spirit, all right? Going, following the ways of the so-called white man, dealing with other men's wives, or dealing with other men's that, women, in different natures, hanging around the wrong people that's not spiritually minded, they carnally minded, they're of the world. They follow things after the flesh, all right? And that could lead to your demise, that could lead you to get put to death. But to be spiritually minded is life and peace, all right? Because when you come into the truth, you learn how to what? You learn how to, stand up, grow, how you say it? Growing up your loins like a man, all right? You become a man when you get into the truth, All right. And then when it says spiritually minded is life, right? Because when you read these scriptures, you get this breakdown and you're learning, all right? And you turn back to Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, he'll grant you that peace, that everlasting covenant, that covering. So when these plagues and different things that's finna befall this so-called place of miracle, wherever you at through the four winds, all right, you will be covered. You will have that peace. You will dwell in peace, all right? Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh Shem Shai. Why? Because if you carnally minded, that means what? You're not one with the Heavenly Father. You're not following the law, statute, commandment. You're not doing the things that's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? I say that because that's going into the time that we're in now, all right? Because if in the time that we're in, when that persecution do come, we have to be strong in Yahweh Shem Shai. We have to be spiritually minded. We can't be carnal minded in these times, all right? We have to stay headfast in the scriptures, and we have to stay strong and endure, all right? For it is not subject to the law of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's not, all right? Because when you carnally minded, how could you have a stable mind when all these things that's from the before them, plague, and pestilence, you got the Jacob's trouble, you got the RFID microchip, you got all these different things that's from the, go on in these times, all right? Like the brother, one of my brethren, out of GMS Louisiana Saints, that's why I'm under the banner, I'm learning under the banner of, the brother Wadi, what he say? He say 2020, that's going to be the year of vision, all right? Because you got 2020 vision, all right? And, Lord willing, all of I can, we ready to see what 2020 going to bring. We looking for that clear vision, all right? And just, not try to get off topic, but, my daughter, she like to sing. She actually got a song called that, I got clear vision. What she said, I got clear vision. I can see what's happening. I can see what's going on around me. I got clear vision. That vision is 2020, all right? It says, neither indeed can be. In verse 8, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh. Why? Because when you in the flesh, that means you in the world. You're not in the spirit. You dwelling inside the world with these different doctrines, these different philosophies. All right. So you can't be carnal minded. You can't be in the world, going after the things of the flesh and try to please Yahweh Shem Shai. You get no peace, you get no safety in those times that we're coming in. All right. So we have to keep enduring. We have to keep pushing. We have to stay in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. Right? We can't go astray and be carnal about it. All right. Verse 9. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. All right. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm in the spirit doing this. All right. I'm not doing this in the flesh. All right. I'm doing this because I'm in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. The spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai was touching me and move me in the spirit to do this sit down, all right? To uplift the Akim, to let the Akim know, we come into bad times, that persecution, all right? And these different things that's, from the start, prophecies from the start speeding up, Akim, because he had made the time short for the elect's sake, all right? If so be that the spirit of Yahweh would dwell in you, all right? Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, he is none of his. So if you don't have that spirit, which means if you don't have this doctrine, this 100% doctrine, you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandment, you don't fear Yahweh, and you don't get this knowledge with the understanding, subject yourself to Yahweh Shem Shai, what? That means what? The spirit of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach he is none of his. That means you don't belong to the Heavenly Father or his Son, all right? You don't get that chastisement. That's why it says in the scriptures in the book of Hebrews, it said what? It said that he chastised whom he loved as his son, all right? So if you're not moving in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, you are none of his, all right? So we have to keep pushing that because that time we're coming in is going to be, some beautiful times, all right? Don't think of it as going to be bad times for us, because Lord willing, we are the men of the Lord, and we're the 144,000 elect men. That's this coming into the vision, 2020, the year of vision, all right? It's coming for us. It's going to be beautiful times, all right? Beautiful times. So we have to keep pushing, and we have to endure through this persecution, All right, and these other, these other allegations they put against us, right? They're gonna keep on doing what we're doing in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. We're gonna stay spiritually minded, all right, and we're not gonna get carnal about it. And we're not gonna have to be carnal minded about it. We're gonna do this and keep pushing and enduring and doing this in the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, not for no carnal reason and not for of the flesh, but of the spirit. All right, Lord willing, it was edified to the body, to the Aki. I want to give all honors and glory and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone. Peace and blessings to the salutation. The Akwaf, the 144,000. Hopefully lit. Till the next time I say Shalom. On to the next one.